Tucker has a new friend. I have been watching dogs and body language quite a bit lately, and I thought I would share this video with you. This guy is Tucker. This is Moxie. I'm going to let this play through, and then we'll play it again, and I will talk about it a little bit. It's fun to watch dogs do this. Alright, that's probably enough for me to have something to talk about. Play this back again. So here's the backstory of these dogs. She's an Anatolian cross, spayed adult female, established dog here, had a good beginning. She got great social skills, lots of trust on board with people. She is recovering from bilateral ear infections. So when you watch her move around out here with Tucker, the medical situation factors into the way that she behaves around Tucker, so that's important to know. Tucker is an Akbash dog, male, neutered male, about 18 months old, came to me with a bite history. He's been here with me almost a year. I adore this dog, but he is a complicated fellow on any day. I've had him in and out with different dogs a little bit, not ever a real permanent partner. He doesn't partner up with other dogs very well. He'll play a little bit sometimes or just ignore the other dog. So I've asked him that question a lot of times. Do you want a partner? Do you not? I don't always have a dog here that is a good fit for him. But Moxie's circumstance changed recently, so I thought I'd give it a try. Tucker came to me with bilateral ear infections, or so I thought. I had taken him in and had him examined, and what I can say is that this head shake that he does, there's nothing wrong with him that I can tell. When he's excited about things, it's a more dramatic shake. It's a big, fast, whole body head shake almost. But the fact that he does it here in this video a bunch of times is not the same thing as shaking off stress. It factors into it. It may be why that behavior has changed, but it is not here and present solely because of that, because he shakes his head on any day in almost any circumstance. So Moxie has been here a couple of years. She's been living with two adult Maremas, much like this, boys. Recently she got into a tussle with them. I think part of what preceded it was her ear infections and that she got grumpy. But she no longer wants to work with them. So I've had her in the barn while I was treating her. She doesn't want to go back to them. She is a creative dog. She can get out of any fence, anywhere. She stays where she wants to and nowhere else. So I've been a little bit worried about where I was going to put her, because the field she was in was the best one for her because of the fencing. But I decided to see what she thought of Tucker. And so what you're seeing here is the 5th morning that they have been together. I have taken her out in the morning, put her out with him, walked the field, and then brought her back in at night. Both these dogs have considerations about resources for really good reasons, and that's just not something I want to ask a question about at this point, particularly with Moxie's recent history of having been attacked. I don't want Tucker to get grumpy with her. So over time and carefully, I will take a look at that. So what I want you to think about here is the language, the way these two dogs communicate with each other. So basically what I want to ask is, are these dogs having fun? And are they both having fun? Is it the same for both dogs? When I watched them, I became very aware of that, and then watching the video again even more so, so that prompts me to share it with you. So let's take a look at this. So those shake-offs, those are Tucker in his ear. I don't think that they're stress things. So when I walked out with her on this morning and I walked up to the gate, we've done this is the 5th time. She knew where we were going. She led me to the gate. She's wagging her tail at Tucker. He's right there wagging his tail at her. They both can't wait to get together. So I shot her through the gate and off they went. So this was all her choice. Tucker is really fast, big and fast, and he likes to body slam. And so not all dogs like him because of that. He also, if you watch him with Moxie, he likes to have his mouth around her ears and around the ruff of her neck. And that's not necessarily what she wants him to do in this case. She plays with him really well, but you can see that in her behavior here. Tucker is fast and somewhat oblivious for about the first 5 minutes, and then he settles in and they do really well together. They patrol together, they work side by side. He's better with her than any other dog here, but the first 5 minutes are a little different. So if you take a look at her there, she's making sure that she faces him in all of this. She wants to see him coming. She wants to know where he is. She's still engaging him. She's not telling him to go away, but she's kind of dialing it back a little bit and taking care of her body a little, and Tucker has no idea. Either that or he just doesn't care. Right there, Moxie says, all right, you need to chill out. Parks her butt, turns her back to him. He stops, he takes a look at her. This is a really polite, wonderful way for her to say, okay, we need to just breathe here for a minute. She doesn't rumble at him, doesn't tense up, just calls a halt. He slowed down a little, which is nice. You can see him knock around her ears a little bit, and she's concerned about that. But she doesn't want him to leave. She's just asking for him to do things a little differently. Now they're doing a little better mutually. He's slowing down a little. He flips the smile back at me. That was pretty cute. Some of his ear shake stuff is shake-offs. It's just not all that. So there you have it. So these dogs are new together. So the way that I've done this introduction, at first they were across the fence. Then they were in a very big field with me walking around out there. Actually, my husband and I were tractoring, and so we were all over the field for about an hour, so I was able to watch whether he followed her, she followed him, where they went, how they interacted with each other. I made really sure that there was no tension with them. The good news here for me is that Moxie really likes this dog, and Tucker likes her, and it gets better every day. And this is a 4-foot fence with no hot wire, no nothing, and she has chosen to stay home. I love it. Day by day, we'll see how it goes, and I've got a GPS collar that I can put on her if she starts to get creative. But she asked me to go out in with him in the morning. Last night, she told me she didn't want to come in. It's too soon for me to be willing to do that. I bring her in behind a 5-foot fence instead of a 4. So we'll see how this goes. But if you're interested, play this video a few times and watch each dog's body language and think about what they're saying to each other. It's a great opportunity to learn some things from dogs, I think. I love it. So there you have it.